I am really delighted to introduce our alumni speaker for today's talk, Rituja Rao, who's going to share her insights into what it takes to turn virtual networks into opportunities. So Rituja completed her BA journalism degree in 2018, and she is now an award-winning IT consultant and emerging thought leader in the UK tech industry. When she graduated, she made a career change, breaking into tech despite not having any formal education in technology. Rituja currently works as a management consultant at Capco, having previously delivered multi-million-pound digital transformation projects for banking clients. Rituja is going to talk about the importance of professional networking and how networking online can be vital to your success as a student or as a professional or as an entrepreneur. And she'll talk a little bit about what she's learned about this on her career journey.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rituja. It's lovely to be here. I've been a student at the University of Westminster and attended numerous What It Takes talks. So it is really a bit of a personal milestone for me to be here again. For me, networking, especially virtual networking, has been so useful for my career. Everything I've been able to do has been because of networking as a thing and kind of using my journalism skills to probably show me as a unique person that I am. To tell you a little bit about myself, I, like Jim said, graduated with a degree in journalism, and straight out of uni, I started working in technology. I had absolutely no formal education in technology, so no computer science, engineering, none of that. And I kind of got into project management, and actually very technical project management. And now I lead teams of engineers, and especially I kind of specialize with like banking clients and financial services. Every time I want to do something new, or I want to try something new, or I want to find a new job, instead of jumping onto Glassdoor, LinkedIn, etc. to find a job or to like research and Google something, what I do is I seek out mentors and people in my network who can help me. What that does is that it allows me to speak to a real human who can give me their insight, but also a real human who will give me that opportunity to allow me to have access to things I would not have had access to. We all come from different backgrounds, economic, academic, ethnic. These things often translate to the kind of opportunities that are available to you, the choices that you have, but more importantly, the knowledge that you have about something. The best way to cut through these layers a lot of times is to connect with people, meet people, impress them, and get your way. So that's pretty much how my career started. I don't know if a lot of you have heard personal brand before. It is becoming extremely fashionable right now in the industry. And for a lot of people, brand can sound very high effort, low returns kind of a thing. Like, is it a logo? Do I need to have a logo? Do I need like professional influencer level pictures taken? No. I don't think so. I think personal brand is really who you are. It's your story. It's who you are. It's what you stand for. It's the values you embrace and in the way that you express those values. I'm going to talk you through my profiles online. So my LinkedIn, my Instagram, my Twitter, and I can show you how I try to bring these elements out. Try to spot these things in your brand at the moment. And if you don't have them, then think about how you're going to add that in. If you're starting, it's the first time you're thinking about brand identity, I just want you to think of three things. What do you stand for? What does your brand stand for? What makes you different? And what do people say about you when you're not there? If you came up with 3 phrases for each of these questions, that's perfect. That can be the foundation of your brand. So for me, I stand for pivoting your career any way you want to. That's what I stand for. So I call myself a career pivot queen. What makes me different is that I am an established award-winning IT consultant. I'm very proud of that. How do you express that brand identity, right? Very quickly, these are the 4 things you can do. Go look at your LinkedIn headline. Come up with a few words. These 3 phrases that I've asked you to come up with, add them there. See what happens. The next thing is your profile picture. It really should just be like a professional picture. If you're on Instagram, it can be a little bit more expressive. Look like who you want to be, who you want people to see you as. I think a LinkedIn cover image is also a good way of kind of showing a little bit of your identity. So that's actually a picture from What It Takes 2019. I feel like I look like myself. I'm talking and I'm surrounded by some powerful women and amazing women. And then finally, your Twitter and your Instagram bio. Very similar to your LinkedIn headline. These 3 phrases, just go put them on there. Don't think too much about it. Just do these things and you have a personal brand. Somebody asked me this question, and I love that question, which said, can you have multiple brands? Yes, you can have multiple brands. Do whatever you like. So in my case, I have a YouTube, I do LinkedIn, I have a personal website, I have a Medium, and I also have Instagram. So I'm kind of doing that entire spectrum of things. And I like that. That's just who I am. Make sure you kind of pick a bit of a routine. I hate social media strategies. It's a full-time job. But really, every day, just before lunch, I take like 5 minutes to post on my LinkedIn, my Twitter, my Instagram, whatever I'm feeling that day. You actually don't need 1 million followers before you start seeing some success and some opportunities. I have barely any followers, and I think I'm successful, and I'm very proud of the people and the opportunities my brand and my network is attracting. It's more than enough. One of these days, your brand can become so big that your brand becomes your business. Success is fluid and it changes all the time. Just think about, what can I do so the right opportunity comes and finds me. So I can tell you a little bit about when I was a journalism student. My LinkedIn bio said aspiring journalist. You can say aspiring data scientist, or you can also call yourself a data science enthusiast. Now, these are a little bit of a cliche, I'm not going to lie to you, but if you are quite serious about it and the rest of your brand is going to show that you are an aspiring or an enthusiast in that field, that's completely fine. So it can be, I'm a University of Westminster graduate. That can be a second thing that goes on there. The third thing can be if you volunteered anywhere. Now, work experience. Yes, it's one of those things you can only kind of say you've done a work experience where it's industry specified or whatever. But say you organize something in university, or you have a YouTube channel for the sake of it. There's no reason that should not be on there. That is your lived experience. It's just the experience of life, and it's completely fine to put that out there. So yeah, 3 things, and that should be on your headline. A professional and a private. My private is obviously private, and I only accept friends who I know by face. But the answer is yes, it's possible. Think about your favorite Instagram influencer. They actually share a lot about their personal life, like what their kid looks like, what they had for dinner on Sunday, or which friend they went to hang out with. And that's fine because that's their brand. I think when it comes to professional or personal social media, you kind of need to think about that exact thing. What is your brand? In my case, being an IT consultant, being somebody who wants to be like a tech leader, I don't think anybody wants to know where I partied last Friday, and that does not do service for my brand. However, I know entrepreneurs who have like a fashion brand, and for them it's actually quite cool to be out there at the coolest club on a Friday in London wearing like their best outfit. So you really need to think about those things. I always drag it back to one thing that dictates what goes on my private and my personal. I always think, if I was running for a presidential election tomorrow, what do I not want to come up? And it can be something as simple as my Yorkshire pudding filled with gravy. I don't want somebody to use that against me later on. It is possible, but it's not the only thing you should do. You should go to them. You should also expect them to come to you. Just keep all those channels open. But the best way to attract people is to believe in yourself first. If they see you be confident, they see the potential in you, and they see you see the potential in you, it's very attractive. There's nothing more attractive than seeing people who are very sure about who they are and what they want. I think social media allows you to do that today, right? You can do that just by posting a few words, by posting a picture, whatever that looks like. And I think if you're kind of talking very specifically about, let's say, corporate employers, then I guess, your LinkedIn's quite important. If you're somebody who's looking for creative employers, then your Instagram, to be creative is important, right? I mean, I personally don't want to be successful at the same level for a very long time. I want to do more. To do more, you kind of have to prove to people first that you can do more. Whatever you want to be, manifest it, and then the employer will come. It doesn't work the other way around. It's not like the employer comes and then you manifest it, right? So it is one of those things. You do it first, and then somebody will pay you to do it.